You're listening to a Rock Candy podcast.
Hi, I'm Liam Hooper.
And I'm Peterson Toscano. Together, we co-host the Bible Bash podcast. Each month, we look into a different ancient story. We're curious to find insights into our own queer lives. We discuss these and share our findings with you.
You can find the Bible Bash podcast pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts.
New episodes come out at the end of each month.
This is Reese Roper, one of the hosts here at the Pickle and Boot Shop. I'd like to give you a little disclaimer for today's show. I use the term Polak a lot, and I apologize for that. I also talk about getting touched in your no-no place. Joe and I talk about that quite a bit. Maybe just cover your kids' ears. Joe talks about making his boxers creamy. It's a reference to diarrhea. I try and get Joe to admit to drinking something out of someone's nephew. Joe does his Jimmy Stewart impression once again. And I apologize that you have to hear all this. We talk about bowel grabbing, sodomy, kids being made by that act, by bowel grabbing, that Joe's children were somehow created in that way. It's pretty embarrassing. Maybe you should just turn this off. We tried to talk about racial epithets, but we're also trying to be woke. So maybe give us a little bit of grace and enjoy this week's Pickle and Boot Shop.
Joe and Reese at Pickle and Boot Shop. Get yourself a pickle. Get yourself a boot. Joe and Reese at Pickle and Boot Shop. Pickle time is happening. Pickle time. I go down to get some pickles. With your grandma and your kids. I go downtown. With your grandma and your kids. Boot time. Pickle and boot time. Don't be fickle, get your pickle cider, pop a nickel in your boots. Not a place of ill repute. Bring your grandma and your kids. Come for the pickles, stay for the squids. Stay for the squids. Boots. Put that pickle in your pants. Get some boots inside your hands. Put that pickle in your pants. Get some boots inside your hands. 1996, we start this.
I didn't mean to stop what you're hanging out with your sister. I was just like, well,
Oh no, I was earlier
I feel like I was saving you from that though.
it was cool. Like I popped it in. I was like, oh, I forgot about this. I was like, you know what, I'll throw it in till it's time to cast. And then my sister walked through
Yeah.
and she she was like, what, Keith, it was at some point at the beginning, Keith was like talking about your house, your band house. And then my sister's like, are you buying a house? And I'm like, what? And she goes, are you buying a house?
That's
I go, why do you think I'm living with you? I'm sitting here watching TV. What makes you think that? And she goes,
get the hell out.
she's like, are you like, I don't know what she was thinking, but she's hearing Keith talk about square footage and whatever. And I go, no, I'm watching the 500 DVD. And she was like, they have a DVD? I was like, yeah. So she sat down and was just watching with me.
That's
So we
funny.
just sat there. I think it just finished. Sonny just joined the band.
Okay.
That's where we are.
Thanks to you guys.
Yeah. And then so as things were going on, like somebody said something, you were talking about like a show, Sweating Your Butt Off in Tampa. And I was like, oh yeah, that place is called like Mocha Joe's or something.
Mocha Joe's.
Yeah. And it ended up being Joe Mocha's because then you
Joe
guys put
Mocha's.
it up on the thing. But I was like, yeah, I think it's Mocha Joe's. I was like, we played there. And I was like, we played there with Squad 5-0 and there were a bunch of like skinheads that came to the show.
Really?
Yeah, and then, but like the good skinheads. and they came to the show, and then there were two black kids that were outside of the club because it's hot. And so they stepped out to like cool down, and this car drove by, and someone launched a brick at these black kids and like screamed something racial at them, was like, go home, whatever. Well, the skinheads were outside, saw it, ran back in while we were playing. They run back in the club, and they all of a sudden, like, we're in the middle of our set list, and everybody leaves. Like, everyone clears out. Like, we went from playing for, 300 people to like 50. And then 3 songs later, they all pile back in. And we were like, what just happened? So after the show, we were like, what just happened? Like, why did everyone leave? And they were like, these racists chucked a brick at these black kids out there, and the whole club tore off after these guys who got stuck at a red light, and they beat the crap out of them in the middle of the street, like pulled them out of the truck. These skinheads were just destroying these dudes, like these, backwater swamp Tampa, racists. These skinheads just tuned them up.
That's nice.
Yeah, so it's funny. So like as we're watching that, something would happen in the DVD, and then like I could tell my sister like, oh, I know that guy from this, and blah blah blah. And yeah, it was fun. But I told her about Sonny. I was like, yeah, Sonny was in Jeffrey's fan club, and we knew halfway through like our tour with the Skeletones that like Mike and Sonny were gonna leave Jeffrey's, but it was a secret, and they had to do their tour with. They had committed to like playing with like Real Big Fish after us. So like, I think we went across the country, and then when our tour ended, then Jeffries went back across the country, back to California with Real Big Fish. And then I think Mike and Sonny left at the end of it. And like, they were about, they were, what's it called? None too happy.
I'm too happy. I saw that we didn't have anything typed in there, so I added some topics.
Yeah. When are hamsters? When aren't they?
Because that's the answer to that. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. If that was an SAT question, of course.
When are
C,
hamsters?
because.
C, because. What are we talking about today?
I don't know, you guys. I think you just already heard.
Are we
we're putting that on there? Yeah, why not?
Oh, geez.
Why not? We'll just open the show with that Mocha Joe's story.
Talking about winter hamsters.
Yeah. And so in the chat, you put winter hamsters, and the answer is because. And yeah. And this is episode 8.
Episode 8
of
the official diabolical brainwashing machine.
Yeah, that is the Pickle and Boot Shop.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I have it's interesting. I know we only have I believe 3 episodes posted now. Getting fantastic listens. Again, reviews are hilarious. What's fun is I've never had, like with the Insiders, we never had like the fan interaction. Now, mind you, the internet wasn't really a thing. Like Facebook was around and stuff like that when the Insiders was going. You guys have had like a resurgence of your career during the time of social media now. So you guys have used it. You guys were always good with your fans and all that stuff. I never was. And so it's fun now to connect with people who really love the Pickle and Boot Shop. Send us messages, or I've seen on the I Hate 5-Iron, like people are doing memes, like stuff that we talk about on the show. People will do a meme about something that was said. And so I think that's funny. All that stuff. So it's cool to be a part of this. I kind of feel like I'm in a band again, and it's like starting to get bigger.
Yeah. I feel the opposite because I don't like people, and they keep trying to talk to me, and touch me.
Yeah.
And
where?
Well, in an area that's covered by a bathing suit.
Your no-no places?
Yeah, it's in my no-no place.
Yeah. See, that's what I enjoy. I enjoy perusing the, rest stop areas, things like that, and just, approaching someone. You make positive eye contact, and then you just say, "Touch my no places."
Really?
Occasionally.
But you have given consent for that.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. Speaking of consent, this does have to do with it. Is the term Polak derogatory, or is it Polish person?
I do think Polak is a derogatory term for the Poles.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, I'm not Polish, so I don't take offense to it. But I put myself in the shoes that I'm German. If people call me a kraut, I don't that wouldn't bother me.
Because sauerkraut is delicious.
Sauerkraut is delicious. The best sauerkraut, you take it out of the bag or the jar, however you bought it, and you put it in a colander and you drain it, you strain it, and then you soak it in apple juice. Really? And then you put it in a crock pot with smoked sausage and onions. So you have the sauerkraut and onions, and you can slice up apple or pear and put it in there. And then you put the smoked sausage in it, and then you turn your crock pot on and go to work, and then you come home and it's ready, and the sauerkraut is like nice and sweet from the apple juice, and it's fantastic. Yeah.
I might try this. I'm not a fan of I might. It might be good. Too sour is too much, but sour and sweet, I might try.
Now, coleslaw. Do you like vinegar coleslaw, or do you like creamy coleslaw?
Well, I became lactose intolerant about 3 or 4 years ago, so I like the creamy, but I also would have to sit on the toilet to eat.
Yeah, it makes
that's bad.
It makes your boxers creamy.
Yeah,
that's gross. That sounds gross.
There we go. There's the line. We have gone over it.
I think that was the line. I don't think I've ever hit that line, and I just did. I think.
Joe, are you enjoying a delicious beverage tonight?
Oh, no. Let me go get one.
Okay.
I enjoyed quite a few last night. There was a retirement party.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't taste, so everything was going down good, and it was free drinks.
And they were drink this bathwater. Here's something that I found inside of my nephew, and you just drank it.
Yep. It could have been horse urine, and I would have just put it down is this an IPA? Yeah.
That's what I think when I drink IPAs.
Yeah. Is this a Doppelbock IPA?
Is this horse urine?
This seems like it's some sort of equine or bovine urine. Oh, that's another podcast. The Bovine Equine Urine Podcast.
Someday.
Yeah, when we run this one into the ground.
It's getting close.
Yeah.
We got a nasty letter from somebody at Rock Candy.
Oh, did we?
Podcast. Did you check that email? I mean, it's not too nasty.
No. Why? What happened?
Well, we cannot point out our interns' allergies anymore.
Oh, was that a HIPAA violation?
No, it's not. It's just he made a good point. He was like, it's hard for Dante, who we're not going to call our intern anymore. We're going to call him our producer/editor. But because we already have an intern, and we just got another intern.
Who? How?
Are
you hiring people behind my back? I don't know.
No.
I see people moving behind you like they're doing your laundry and making your bed. You're just hiring interns left and right?
No, he made himself our intern, he or she.
Okay.
Their name on Twitter is Pickle and Boot Intern, and they are at Pickle Boot Pod.
Oh.
And they're our intern right now because they did it themselves.
Yeah. So we
That's
have 3
how we
interns.
work.
Wait,
Yeah.
no. So now we're back to 2. So I
We
didn't
have
get
an
this
editor,
letter. I didn't
producer
get this
now.
letter. So did Dante
Dante.
send? Did he send us the letter?
It's Stephen Long, who is the public relations guy.
And so Dante went to.
Creative director is his name.
So Dante went to that Mr. Long and was like, Mr. Long, I don't like these guys talk about my nut. So we had an HR complaint.
Probably. But
We're 3
Dante-
episodes in, and we're already
out
in
of
trouble with an HR department for a company that we don't really work for.
Well, Dante got a promotion because now he's our editor /
Is he getting paid
Producer?
now? He better be
Oh.
getting paid.
I hope so. You got a promotion. That's intern. You don't have to pay, but
Yeah, intern. But usually then when you get some cachet and a title like that,
yeah,
he's got to be getting some scratch, some
yeah,
cabbage thrown his way.
some cabbage, some terribly rotten cabbage that the German
Sauerkraut.
people eat.
Sauerkraut,
Called sauerkraut.
kimchi.
Some people call it that.
Kimchi, baby.
Some people also call it kimchi.
Have you ever taken a head of cabbage, diced it, dug a hole in your backyard, put it in the hole, poured vinegar on it, and then spit on it, and then covered it back up, and then 6 months later dug it up and
Yes.
ate
Yes.
kimchi?
Yep.
I think that's how kimchi is made.
No, it's not, because I was telling you about this. I'm surprised I have not talked about this, but when Keith and I lived in that apartment, Scott came and lived in. There was like 5 of us in this apartment with the homeless guy.
Okay.
We moved there because a bunch of people we were going to church with said, "Hey, you should come live here," because we all moved here from California, and it's like a nickel to live here. So we were like, "All right, yeah, all right, I got a nickel."
You're like, well,
So
we're paying a dime down the street, so yeah, that's a deal.
Yeah. So they told us you get your choice. You either get a shooting building or a stinky food building. And we were like, what? And they're like, yeah, like half the buildings, there's like active crack deals going on all the time.
Yeah.
The other half, Koreans. And it smells like kimchi all the time.
Yeah.
And we got a stinky food building, which was sweet. We never got any kimchi out of it. But the cool thing is you would smell the stinky food being made, the kimchi, and then there was a creek behind us, and they would go out there and dig in the clay and bury their pots of kimchi to let them ferment. And
Yeah,
you
but
gotta-
isn't that what you just told me I was wrong about?
Oh, no. I just
Oh.
said I'd never had done it myself. You're totally right. That's how kimchi is made.
Yeah. I thought there was like old traditional, like nowadays, obviously there's probably,
Do they really spit in it?
that's how it was traditionally. Now
No.
our new Twitter intern, Pickle and Boot intern,
Pickle and boot intern.
or
You could look that
Brandon
up for
Ebel,
us.
either one. This can be
One
your
of you
first
guys.
fact checking, and do the fact checking. I believe traditionally kimchi, when they bury it in the ground, like they spit in it, and that's what starts the fermentation.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like, you know how like that beer, like that South American, like they chew corn, and then they would spit, and they just chew corn all day, spit it into a big thing, and then you haven't heard this?
How much research have you done into food that is made by spitting?
Oh, tons.
It sounds like you could write a thesis on this.
I could. I think I could. I could give it a good shot. I could probably write a C- paper on
That's
it.
good. It's real good.
But yeah, no, it's a thing. It's Dogfish Head Brewery in Connecticut.
No.
Okay, well, Dogfish Head, they're a fantastic brewery. They do all sorts of like weird beers. Like they brew beers with like surfboards, like
in it.
in the beer, like surfboard wood in the beer, and then they do all sorts of crazy stuff. And
Dogfish
they did one that was an homage to, I'm trying to think of what this beer is called, but it's like a beer from like Argentina.
It's called
and, like,
Schlitz.
Yeah.
Schlitz malt liquor.
Yeah. Yep. And the women would like sit around and they chew corn, like dry corn, and they spit it into like a bucket. And they would do this all day and like fill like a 5-gallon bucket of basically now it looks like just like wet sand. And they take that and like they add water to it. They add hops or whatever. And the whole fermentation process from the spit, and they make beer. And it's called, it starts with a C, like no, I'm thinking kombucha or something, but it's something like that. So intern Brandon Ebel, Dante, not you. This is below your pay grade now. Jeez, no more HR complaints for Pete's sake. Crying out loud.
Crying out the upstairs window.
Oh, Reese can say things on the show that you do with nuns, but yet we get a complaint about an allergy. People are so sensitive.
You know what? We're trying to be woke here at the Pickle and Boot Shop, and number one today, don't let somebody touch your no place.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
And don't tease somebody because of their allergy.
Yeah. And if
we've learned valuable lessons today.
If you're Polish, don't call yourself a Polak. Are we going to talk about that? Do you need to go get a drink?
Yes. Let me go get one real quick. So start telling people a lead into this story.
Joey Reese and Pickle and Boot Shop.
Hey, Pickle Peeps, I want to be honest with you. About a month ago, I bought into all the advertising on the internet and other podcasts that I heard about the company True Classic Tees, talking about how they have the perfect shaped shirts, how they're so comfortable, how they help with dad bod and help cover things up and whatever. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it. I need some new t-shirts. Summer is coming up. So I bought a 3-pack. They were the most phenomenal t-shirts I've ever worn in my life. Absolutely, no joke, hand on the Bible, the best t-shirts. I am sold as a customer, absolutely sold. There was no prompting, there was no sponsorship, there was no nothing until now. After I tried these shirts, I loved them so much. I sent the company an email and said, hey, we do this podcast. This is a little bit about Reese. This is a little bit about me. This is a little bit about our background and our bands. Would you like to partner? They said that they would. And so what we have now is a partnership with True Classic Tees. And if you go to their website and use the general code TCT, that's Tom, Charlie, Tom, TCT10 deal, DEAL, you'll receive 10% off your order. And then once our little podcast starts to grow more and our numbers go up, they said we can get a personalized code. So maybe something like Pickle15 for 15% off, something like that. So you guys go check them out, get some shirts. They're fantastic. I would not lie to you. They are really fantastic. And the fact that they decided to partner with us is even better. This is the first sponsorship I personally have ever had in my life. In the Insiders, I didn't have a sponsorship, anything like that. These guys see enough in this podcast that they are willing to work with us. And so please support them, buy a shirt or two. Again, you will not be disappointed. They are fantastic. So check them out, True Classic Tees. And and tell them the Pickle and Boot Shop sent you so we can get our personalized code.
Joey Reese and Pickle and Boot Shop.
All right, did you not talk?
I didn't talk about anything.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I kind of did. I was like, poo-poo.
One sec, I can't hear you on.
Pee-pee.
All right.
I said poo-poo and pee-pee.
Oh, yeah. And this is the free stuff, so that's okay. if we were spoon feeding poo-poo and pee-pee to the Patreon,
no,
we'd be right. We'd be cutting checks back.
Yeah, we cannot be doing that. Oh, Joe, this is crazy. Switching it up.
Michelob Ultra. Michelob Ultra. Boilermaker with the Michelob Ultra with Jameson in it.
Okay, I'm also switching it up. What I'm drinking it's in a Spider-Man cup.
But it's still a failure puddle?
Yeah, it's Don Q and the Diet Canada Dry Ginger Ale.
Failure puddle.
failure puddle. That's what I'm drinking.
Okay. I gotta like get a pad of paper and like as we talk about things, like write things down, like failure puddle. So this, so then like on the next, I guess we could
You
put it there
remember
in
to do it?
footnotes.
I put it in that document in that Google Doc that we use.
Oh, okay. Because I
There's
think
one
like
that
on
says things to say every show, and then things that are funny, like hating Indiana or bargain karate.
Bargain karate. Bargain karate is. Let's talk a little about that.
Okay.
Like when you're talking bargain karate, are you talking the places that you drive by while you're at a light during rush hour? You look over and the let's call it a dojo is lit up and there's like a 45-year-old overweight woman running the class with her husband who has a ponytail.
Yes.
For
that could be
kids age range 6 through 17.
I think even it could be even more bargain. Like the karate instruction I was given was at the YMCA day camp when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
It was good. I did learn how to defend myself and go, yeah. There's a lot of that.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to breathe as you throw a punch.
Yes. And
my buddy, he boxes, and when he's doing like a workout at the gym, he's like he makes these noises of like every punch he throws and stuff.
It makes sound effects.
Yeah, well, it was like how he was taught to box. That like when you throw a punch, you exhale. So he's and doing all that stuff.
I think that may be a strategy is to make sound effects while you're fighting.
Yes. Yeah.
You're like, did he hit me really hard or did he make that sound with his mouth?
Yeah. I didn't feel that. It sounded as though he hit me hard. Yeah. But I didn't feel it.
What am I supposed to write down here? Something that was funny we were talking about before bargain karate.
Kimchi.
Kimchi. It wasn't that, but we're talking about it. I believe on our list of things to talk about, we have not talked about the booking process.
Okay.
Of being
well,
in a band.
if my dog is going to be behind me, like breathing like this isn't going to work.
No, dude, it's cool.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I wish he was louder.
Grim,
get
quiet.
up to the microphone.
He just like plopped out. He was running with the neighbor's dog on the fence. So the neighbor has a lab. He's an English bulldog, and so he can't keep up. And he's up here. Just before we get into the booking process and stuff, I do have some questions that were raised about the DVD that I was watching.
Oh, geez. Okay.
And here's the deal. We talk about all the painful facts on this show.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. If I was 40 years old putting together a DVD like that like the Rise and Fall of the Insiders, I don't think I would be able to put the way that I acted at that age on, like, I wouldn't want other people to see it.
There's some embarrassing stuff in there.
I'm going to be honest with you. There was stuff you guys were like doing and saying that I was embarrassed for what was going on, because I knew, like, I'm doing that stuff with you. Like when we're at venues and we're waiting and we're in the green room, like we're doing that stuff. We're screwing around. We acted the exact same way. Like I remember like all the goofy stuff Andy was doing. Like I remember doing that stuff with him.
Yeah.
But it wasn't on video for me. And I was just like, I was a minute and a half into the DVD and I was like, I don't think I can watch this. Like I was like panicking because of the embarrassment that I was feeling as a 43-year-old. And then I'm like, dude, I'm by myself. I'm by myself. My sister hadn't come in yet. I'm like, but I gotta see this. I gotta like turn this feeling off, and I have to give it the old go. But oh my word, was that tough putting that thing together?
It was like I totally bit off more than I could chew. And the problem is we had talked about it like the entire length of our band. I think Jimmy World or Sunny Day Real Estate put out what they called a long form video, where
Okay.
it was just like they put some of their music videos in, and then it was just like kind of this catalog of them touring and funny stuff. And so in the beginning, we had video camera. Like we had this Sears video camera that I bought, and it was like around all the time. And then I upgraded. I got like a better video camera, it was like a digital little camcorder. And we just kept filming this stuff, thinking that we would be able to put it out. And for me, it was just like, this is fun to do every once in a while. I like to pull this thing out when we're on tour.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Ooh.
See what I did there? See what I did there?
It's Jimmy's store.
You better stop talking about pulling stuff out.
Speaking of Poland,
Speaking of Polacks.
We are gonna get such a bad letter from HR.
Well,
Yep.
yeah, I have So go on.
Well, yeah, we had all this footage, and we had this, and for me, like I enjoyed kind of putting together little fake movies, and we didn't have a budget to do a video on, like we never made videos after our third album, which was an EP. 5 Minute Walk just never put it together. And what I think what that was,
I always loved the Flowery song.
Yeah, so
I loved that video.
This dude Brandon Dickerson, he's a freaking genius. He was cutting his teeth, and Frank gave him an office in the 5 Minute Walk offices. And then this is Frank, man. He's always making deals. This sounds shady, and I'm not saying this like Frank is a shady dude. Frank Tate never paid for anything. He was so good at business that he would just be like, and I don't want to say never, because I'm sure he really did pay for things, but he usually made the thing that he was making pay for itself, and then made money off of that.
Well, that's why
for the next.
That's why he was like a millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He super smart. And so like Frank somehow was like, I've got this extra office. Friends of mine know this guy. Let's get him in here. He can make some video stuff for 5 Minute Walk, and then he gets free this. And so Brandon was kind of obligated to Frank to do this stuff. And I'm sure he got paid. I'm sure it just wasn't a lot. And I don't think there was a lot invested in this, because it was Brandon's old youth group. He was a youth group leader in Albuquerque. And we drove down from Denver to Albuquerque. I don't think we played a show. I think it was just for this, it was like before the album came out. So we drove down 8 hours, like we talked about that. Everything is 8 hours from Denver.
Yeah.
Drove down there, and he had a couple guys that volunteered, and then his youth group. And he had this idea of everybody in the youth group just get their old Halloween costumes. Some other kid in the youth group will use his house and make it look like I get up, eat breakfast, and then run down the street. And then it just craziness ensues.
Yeah.
But that was Brandon. So he went from that to making, I think he made a few videos for 5 Minute Walk, like up to like the W's, The Devil Is Bad. And then broke off was able to get out of whatever with Frank. I don't think it was a contract or anything, because it was more just like an
Indentured servanthood. That's what it sounds like.
And then I think he started doing videos for Sixpence and the Jonas Brothers. He became super huge. He made some really big videos, and then he's making documentaries now.
Oh, really?
Really done well, but he deserves it.
Did he do the ska one, the Pick It Up ska one?
I don't think he did.
That wasn't him.
No.
Okay.
Okay. He did the one that I can think of. He's made a movie called Call and Response.
Okay.
And it's about like modern day slavery. So it's mostly just
because he was entrenched in it. It sounds like with 5 Minute Walk.
Right. He learned from working for Frank.
Yeah. When he was working in that quote unquote free office, having to do video after video for 5 Minute Walk to pay for his rent, but he's not actually doing any of his own stuff. He was like, I should do a documentary on modern day slavery.
On what this is like. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I forget what we're talking about. Yeah. It's so.
Just putting like kind of you on there and like putting that thing together, like going through the footage of all that. Like, I mean, if I had to look through, I mean, let's just say you had 30 hours of stuff. If I had to look through 30 hours of me as a 19-year-old in the Insiders, I would not show what I guarantee there would not be 10 minutes out of 30 hours. There wouldn't be 10 minutes that I would be proud of.
There is like, none of it was shot in HD. Like the best footage was shot on like a widescreen Canon XL1 that I somehow talked the band into buying for me so I could do the interviews. And this is in between. Like we weren't a band. I was like, I got Asian Man Records to give me a $2,000 advance and then bought this camera so I could, interview people. But there's 4 terabytes of video and it's not even HD. So it's just, there's got to be like 400, 500 hours of stuff.
Oh my word.
But what sucks is none of it's good. Like none of the footage is good and none of the sound is good. It's just a lot of like, I don't know. I wish I had more time and I could have edited it better. But by the time it was going, I had already talked Mike Park into paying for it, and we had a deadline. And I hired a dude to help me with like the title sequencing and
that was Peter, right?
Stuff. Yeah. Do you know Peter? He's from there.
I know him through Facebook.
He's such a cool dude.
Peter is it Rollo?
Mm-hmm. Rollo.
Peter Rollo. Yeah.
Shout
out to Petey. We called him Petey in high school.
Petey. But yeah, it kind of became this thing that we always talked about, and then we broke up, and it just kind of, I don't know if I'm OCD or what, but like it just kind of sat on in the back of my head all the time. And when I was going to nursing school, the first semester was really easy for me. It was a lot of, I went to some shyster like diploma mill of a career college.
Okay.
And so that they made you retake anything you had already had in college. And I already had a bachelor's. So I was like, oh, I'm taking basic English again and algebra. So it was super easy for me. I was just be like, you'd be like, write a paper on how you feel about being sad. And, I'm like, I have 5 of these.
Yeah.
I have an album of this.
Yeah, exactly. I have a discography.
Yeah. So it was super easy. And I was like, if school is going to be like this, I'm going to finish that DVD of the band. And so I started into it, and the second semester was just brutal. It was like when the actual nursing started and we had to have clinicals and all this stuff. And I was just like, oh, shit. So it became like you have, Mike Park had invested in it. He's asking how long it's going to take. And Mike's cool. I could have been like, Mike, it's going to be 5 years. But I also wanted it done. So it ended up just being like, you've seen it. It's so much shit could have been cut out of there. And it's 3 hours long. There's an intermission.
Oh, but it's good, man. But like fans want to see that. I had the, it got lent out and never returned to me, but I had the Bouncing Souls DVD.
Okay.
I think it was called like the first 20 years, the first 15 years, something like that. And it was fantastic. Like it's the best like band documentary I think I've ever seen. And, same thing. They just kind of put it together themselves. And it was all the footage that they had like shot with from like day one, like their first practice. Like their lead singer was like recording, and he always had a recorder, like a camcorder in his hand. He just video documented like the entire band. And so that was real cool, but I like it. And I think when you have fans, when you have fans that like love your band and want to know as much as they possibly can and relive the decade that they spent with you.
Yeah.
A 4-hour documentary is worth it. To cut stuff out. I would rather have stuff that I don't care about, but I'm still watching it, rather than like get like an hour behind the music, VH1 behind the music for an hour, and there's so much stuff that's like not in it.
Yeah.
I did see. I got in there. There's a picture of me and Leonore sitting on some bleachers. I was wearing a pinstripe suit pinstriped suit.
You're in the Bowel Witch Project.
Is that on there?
Oh man, there's so much.
No.
There is the entire.
And my ex-wife, I think, is in that too.
Yeah.
Isn't Leslie in that?
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's wonderful. There's a movie, a short film with Matt Thiessen. What is it called? Gosh dang it. You have to watch it. It's so good.
I will.
We made it at Coast Guard Fest in Michigan, like in Grand Rapids, like something north of Grand Rapids. There was a festival.
Okay.
We were backstage and had this camera. I think it was a Canon XL1 II that I borrowed from Frank. He had bought it for Brandon Dickerson and then was stuck with it. And he was like, hey, I'm not using this camera. You like to make movies. Why don't you borrow this thing? And so I did. And it's awful.
And it's on there? It's on the DVD?
What is it called?
Oh, man. The Bowel Witch Project. I remember filming portions of that, and it was me and my wife, my brand new newlywed wife, out in the woods with the both of us. It was almost like the start of a porno, because it was like, I remember it was like me and Leslie out in the woods. Here we are, like a young married couple.
And Jaybird.
And we're the only thing I remember is being bent over a log, and like Andy with his hand just buried in my butt crack.
Not at all acting, because this is Andy.
Yeah, it's just Andy. Yeah, it was. And there was lots of groaning. I remember there was just lots of like, he'd just be like, oh. And that's what I remember in my head. So I'm going to have to watch this thing after we're done recording.
Please get your whole family gathered around.
Yeah, gather around, children. We're about to watch the Bowel Witch Project. You're about to see. Yeah, you're about to see your mom and dad. I'll get the girls. Today's my oldest. Yeah, today's my oldest birthday. Ella turns 17 today, but she's with their mom, so she'll come tomorrow. So for her birthday, she'll get to watch her parents get assaulted by the Bowel witch.
Oh, good. That's very good.
Yeah. Every kid hopes that they can grow up and see their parents do that type of thing.
I do. I still am hoping.
You're still hoping
Mom
one
and Dad,
day.
there's still a chance for you to get back together.
Yeah, Mom, Dad, can you do some parody of the Blair Witch?
Can you be sodomized by Andy in upstate
Yeah.
New York?
Yeah. Can you have your mom? Would you care if Andy grabbed your butthole, like violently?
This is why we have an explicit rating right here, this episode.
They would be in this portion of the
Yep.
podcast.
I can't stop swearing, and then we talk about
Nuns and parents and buttholes.
We said
It
the
is
word
what it is.
Pollock.
Pollock. We've said Kraut. We've said
That's
Mick.
terrible.
Did we say
We
Mick?
did. I don't know.
Well, I just
know
did.
a guy named Mick.
Yes. So
goes
if
by
you're
Michael
Irish, you're a
John now.
Mick, right? If you're German, you're a Kraut. Let's go through all the derogatory names.
I don't know any of these. I'm gonna play dumb.
Really?
Yeah.
If you're Italian, you're a Dago, right? If you're French, I don't know.
Frog.
Yeah. If you're what would it be? Frenchie? I don't know. I don't know a derogatory remark for the
brings
French
his
because
out
I
every
think
once
just
in a
being
while.
called French is derogatory. Buzzing. What else? What are the English? Red coats? I don't know. What's a derogatory?
Limeys.
Blimey? Yeah,
Limey.
a limey.
But like,
Blimey, governor.
here
How's that?
is something I would like to put out there: is that like there's not really any good derogatory slang for white people. Like even if it's you commenting on your ethnicity, it's like the Dago slang for
Italian.
Italians. This is what Andy told me. Andy Verdecchio, who is Italian American. He says it's because they were like day workers and they'd be just like the Dago guys, the guys you go get for the day.
Oh,
So it's like it's not like the N word, it's not like calling somebody a I don't know. It makes my stomach turn to say these things. Like I don't even like this conversation. I was like to call somebody
good. Then I'm going to keep going. Because like cracker, that doesn't do anything.
No, if you call somebody a spear chucker, that's fucking it hurts. But call somebody a cracker, you're just like,
Dude, I thought it was bizarre. I love MASH. I love the show MASH. So it went on to Netflix, and the first two episodes of MASH, there was a black character on the show. His name was Spear Chucker.
yeah.
And
It's from the
and then all of a sudden, episode 3, he's gone. He's not there anymore. And then like BJ Honeycutt comes in, or Frank Burns or whoever it was. But I'm like, so here it is, like 2019, and I'm watching, and I'm like, what? You can't say that. Like, what is the matter with you? And it was acceptable back then to say.
No, I think it was like it's like Archie
Hollywood
Bunker.
wasn't woke yet.
No, I think it was starting to be woke, and I think that including that in there was part of that. So it was in the movie. There was a dude. He was like an NFL quarterback or a college quarterback, and he was, and they called him Spear Chucker Jones or whatever. He's in the movie because at the end of the movie they end up playing a football game. If I remember.
Yeah, I think so.
The movie's not very good. The show is brilliant.
Yeah, movie's horrible. Show is amazing. Theme song for the show, amazing.
Yeah, for real.
Have you ever heard the lyrics?
It's in the movie. Suicide is painless.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah,
But
very.
so when the movie came out, it was groundbreaking to make a war movie that wasn't glorifying war. And I think even though you and I are like, this is bad to watch, because we've seen 1,000 movies about war that have that same theme, that war is hell. It's not to be glorified. We've seen all those, and they were based off that. So seeing MASH, we're just like, this is not edited very well.
Yeah.
And it's not very funny. It kind of makes you feel anxious a lot. It's not a very good movie, but also we've also seen the show. You know,
Yeah.
we grew up with that kind of in the background. Our
Yeah.
parents watching. And
Yeah.
it's not as good as the show. The show's brilliant.
Yeah, the show's fantastic. Yeah. So maybe we should come up with a horribly derogatory word
For white.
for white people. And then,
Yeah.
I mean, do we think that's a good idea?
I think it is. I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, shoot. How did we? I mean, I think it is a good thing. If there was a horribly derogatory term for white people,
I'd like to know what I bet there's a good one out there already. Like what do the French call us? What do the Germans call us? I bet there's something out there that kind of cuts to the quick. Like you can kind of laugh about like, oh, cracker. Oh, like if someone calls you a cracker, like you're not like, what? You can't use that word.
No,
you know what I mean?
It doesn't hurt.
No,
like
it doesn't.
If somebody calls me a cracker, what does it mean? One, it means like a cracker, like a piece of.
I think like a saltine, like it's just white and it's flaky.
Or it means like you're a whip cracker, like you run a plantation.
Oh, is that what it means?
I think that's the origin,
the basis for it.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That makes sense, Reese. I've never thought of that.
It hurts, but it's not like awful. It's not like, oh, cool, I'm the guy that gets to run the plantation.
I've never thought about that. I've always thought like saltine cracker, like it's just white and flaky. I didn't think of it like that.
That's what I thought when I was a kid. I was like, oh, yeah, because I'm white like a cracker. That's not sad.
No, but I wonder if like a country has something, like if Somalia has like a term for us that if like you knew it and you're like, oh, what do you guys call us? And then like they say it and you're like, whoa, like that stings a little bit. I wonder if there is a term out there.
I don't know, guys. You need to write us on our Twitter or write our email. Twitter,
and
capital B, Oot Shop.
Yeah, lots of people listen to us outside this country. So, Donovan Denecker, if you're listening in South Africa, like, what's a term that you guys call Americans or like white Americans, whatever. If you live in Germany, Flo Stiepler, Dave Stiepler, get a hold of us. Let us know. Let us know. We want to know what good names you're calling us nowadays.
Also, honky. Honky is funny.
Now, what's the origin of that?
Honking. It's funny. It sounds goofy and funny. It's not cruel.
Yeah, I don't.
Yep.
I mean, this is scientific. I'm asking this out of curiosity. If it has to get edited out, it gets edited out. But like, where did the N word start? Like, what does that? What does that have? Like, where did that come from?
I think in Latin the word for black.
Oh, okay.
Is.
Well, like in Spanish, black sounds, similar.
Yeah, in French, Niger.
Yeah.
I cannot remember the Latin word, but I think it was just the Latin word for black.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you can't come back from 400 years of slavery calling people that. all the
heck
Jim
no.
Crow and be like, oh yeah, this word is acceptable.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, it's not.
No.
I mean, another one, because you want to talk, it's funny that you bring that up because we're watching the 5-iron video and there's a large portion of it where you guys are all calling each other retards.
Yes.
And that's another thing that, you grew up and someone was a retard. Like you were dumb, you're stupid, you're a retard.
Yeah.
But like now, it's very hurtful. People that have family members that mentally disabled or challenged and things like that. And, you can't. So hearing that, it's a very, very harsh word to hear. And like we pop in the 5-iron and everybody's just, everyone's just throwing that around like it was.
Yes.
What was that song you guys would sing?
about retards?
Well, it wasn't about, but you would say,
because everyone else is a freaking retard.
Yes.
That's in the thing.
Yes.
So when I was editing it, it was 13 years after I had sung that. When I sang it, it was part of the lexicon. People just said that word.
Exactly.
It wasn't offensive. It was hurtful to call somebody a retard, but it was also like it was like if you
somebody an idiot.
Right. So now if you say, and I've said this a couple times on the show and I feel bad about it, if you say if you say that's crazy or that's insane, people, that hurts people. There are people that have, because mental health is just a spectrum. So we're all somewhere on there, and you can say if crazy or insane is the term, we're somewhere on there, and people are bothered by that. And so for me, like,
you're so woke, dude.
I'm not woke. I just,
Maurice, you're woke.
I don't want to say I'm woke. I don't want the connotations of that, but here's the deal: is
I want you to have all of it.
I don't want to hurt people's feelings, and there's no word that is that important to me. So I've said that a couple times on the show, and I probably will keep saying it because I'm learning. But I'm gonna try and not say that. So I said retard when I was 22 when we made that in 1996 or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it was part of the lexicon.
And you had long pink hair.
I did.
So take that into consideration too.
Yeah.
Take into consideration those choices you were making.
I feel like I should do that hair again, though. Probably.
Oh, just go in for your first interview.
Yeah.
First job
this
interview.
whole thing where like I spike it up here, it's just to hide balding. It's happening. It's happening in here.
I'm just done. I'm donezo with hair, man. Yeah, I can't.
Tell.
I can't. Yeah, I know. I bought one of those skull shavers, the Pitbull skull shaver.
Ooh.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's inevitable. But yeah, like, so going back to saying that word.
Yeah.
We said it because it was part of the lexicon. It was funny. I regret it. And when I was making the DVD, it was like at a turning point where I had to say, this is not going to be looked on favorably. But I was like, am I going to lie to people and just cut this out or just put it in? And they'll be like, hopefully it was 1995. People said that and they'll let it go. Like we do when we watch MASH, instead of just being like, oh, 5-iron, they said retard. That guy can never be president or whatever.
Right.
Like, screw that.
Well, if you do have a run, I am going to bring that up.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't think I can.
Wait a second. Didn't he sing a song about being the coolest guy in the band? Because everybody else is
it's gonna be my
challenged or
campaign.
something.
Logan,
Yeah.
because everyone else is developmentally disabled.
Yeah, yes. We need to start writing songs that are politically correct in nature.
But also just as derogatory.
Yes. Like they're so politically correct, they're over derogatory.
This
Yeah.
song is called "You Are Developmentally Disabled."
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the free portion. And I'm sure, hey, you get what you pay for. So this is the end of the free portion. If you guys are Patreon subscribers, you receive your download early, a day early. I think, Reese, you usually send those out on Wednesday.
Yeah, I didn't this time. I think
Yeah,
it
because
came
we
out,
got it late, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that went back to the
Usually-
HR complaint.
We're trying to do it Wednesday.
Yeah. So Patreon subscribers, you guys get your 2-hour thing. Usually on Wednesday, we try and get it to you 24 hours early. And then you guys listen to the free stuff, which is still amazing and awesome. And we enjoy the support. Our stuff comes out on Thursday. So this brings that to an end. If you are interested in becoming a Patreon subscriber, Reese is going to tell you how to do that right now.
I think you just go on Patreon. This is still working. I don't know the URL, but you just go to Patreon, do a search for Pickle and Boot Shop, comes up. Somehow we have Patreons. They have supported us. And in fact, I want to talk about our Patreons, which I guess are called patrons. We have a couple new ones.
Sounds like it.
I like to say thanks to these guys. Brock Dittus, he just joined us for $5 sweet pickle.
Oh,
David
Brock.
Boehm, $5 sweet pickle.
David Bowie.
David Bowie.
Huh.
Stephen Morrow, $5 sweet pickle.
Nice.
Josh Post, $20. It's our second $20 jalapeno.
Josh, man, what do you do for a living where you can pony up 20 a month?
A month.
Jeez.
Mark Jefferson, $5.
He wants that cameo. He wants that cameo.
He's
He wants to have you tell his boss off.
I can't tell you all the extra benefits these people are getting, but there's some secret stuff.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We have a handshake. I can't talk about it, but it's secret. Handshake.
You know what we need to do? We need to get decoder rings.
Yeah. Eric Anderson, $10 dill pickle.
Drink your Ovaltine with
Jessica
the decoder
DeLong,
ring.
we talked about you last week. I'm going to say it again. Thank you for becoming a $20 jalapeno pickle.
So Jessica and who's the other guy? The 20.
Josh Post.
Josh Post and Jessica DeLong.
Yeah.
Fantastic people.
Basically, they're our bosses right now. They
Pretty
are the
much.
boss. I
Pretty
mean,
much.
Goes them, Dante, Joe, then Reese. That is,
And then
the-
Brandon Ebel's at the bottom because he's an intern.
and the other guy.
Yeah.
Laura Parks, thank you for becoming a $10 dill pickle supporter. Jeremy Howerton, $5 sweet pickle. Thank you. Ross Franklin, $5 sweet pickle. Paul Peterson, $10 dill pickle.
Dang.
Ian Lund, Static Reverb, $5 sweet pickle. I think we've covered everybody since then, though.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, we're really
We're up to what, $1 million? $1 million a month is what
Yeah.
we're bringing in.
It's basically the cost of a cup of coffee. It's basically the cup of a cost of coffee.
Yeah.
Coffees.
Yeah.
So basically, guys, I'm going to tell you this. You don't have to support us. Just like us. Just subscribe to us on Spotify or
Yes.
Apple Podcasts. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to do that. You can just get on the internet and talk shit about us.
Yeah.
You can
Why
just
not? We don't care.
no.
We got
Get
thick
it.
skin.
We got thick skin.
No, seriously, I have thick skin. I have to take.
Do you?
I have to use creams and salves, oils,
On your
and
no-no.
salves and creams and balms,
No.
balms.
Little bombs down there.
Rub some balm. Excuse me? Can you rub some balms in my no-no places?
PBS. This is how we talk. It's PBS.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
We
you.
want to welcome you to the paid portion of the Pickle and Boot Shop. I am
PBS.
your host, Joe. I'm joined by, who am I joined by?
Carl Forrester Ham.
And we're here to soothe you guys to sleep on your way home from work or the gym. And this is
Or
Pillow
while you're
Talk.
swimming.
This
You
is,
can listen to this on headphones if you would like to sleep.
yeah,
Face down in the water.
yeah. You guys are going to listen to the sound of my voice. I'm going to talk backwards from 10, or count backward. I'm going to talk backwards from 10. Yet in 9, yet in 7, X, 5.
It sounded like you were programming the Winter Soldier.
Yes.
All hyped up to kill people.
Yeah.
So wait, before we cut to the paid portion,
Yeah.
just want to say thanks to all you guys. Just support us by liking us on and writing a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and just subscribing.
Yeah. And talk to us. Contact us.
Contact us at capital P, capital B, Oot Shop on Twitter. This may be the first episode I've gotten that right.
Yeah, good job. You guys, we used to be, punk ska juggernauts, and we just want you to know we're just normal people now. We're doing this podcast. Feel free to get a hold of us, bust our balls, ask us questions, have a good time with us. That's what we're here for.
We're here for that.
We're not here for ska mania anymore, people. We're
No.
not here for 16-foot leprosy barriers in front of the stage. We're here just to
here
chit chat.
to get playfully racist. and then
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
Misogynist.
And misogynist and
And
basically
when we
HR.
say misogynist, we're talking about like working out muscles,
Yes.
the rubbing of muscles.
I go to the misogynist a lot. Can you work out this area?
Yeah, I need a
Misogynist.
misogynist to just work out my sciatic.
My sciatica is flaring up. You can
Dennis.
also reach us at
Dennis, my sciatic is flaring.
pickleandbootshop@gmail.com. You can email us, or you can reach our other intern at picklebootpod. That's our intern.
Or-
on Twitter, at
And
pickleboot.
also, you guys, feel free to inundate Brandon Ebel at Tooth and Nail Records
Yep.
as to why he's slacking in the intern department.
Yes.
I would love for his inbox to be filled with Pickle and Boot Shop intern questions, and he's just like, what are these people talking about?
And guys, I would also like to talk about the real reason that you support us, and that is that we have a goal here at the Pickle and Boot Shop.
To be rich.
No.
I'm just joking.
By 2022, our goal is to take down Satanism.
Yeah.
And we are working just
Diligently.
one episode at a time
Chipping
to
away.
infiltrate Satanism here at the studios
Of rock candy.
of Rock Candy. We're getting in on the inside. You notice we had only said uplifting things. Well,
Yeah.
basically, we've said neutral things,
Yeah. And would Satan say that? No.
fairly derogatory things about the people that work for Rock Candy podcasts
Yeah.
and studios. And that is
Yeah.
because we're working our way onto the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to take down Satanism.
Pagan. We're going to take down pagan. People against goodness and normalcy.
That
Pagan.
too.
We're taking down Satanism from the inside.
Yeah.
So, it's the way it is. And you can tell that we're already starting to do it because we're already getting complaints in HR from from rock candy employees. And that's where Satan starts. Satan starts by calling you in the ticky-tack stuff. We all know it. That's where the devil starts, the ticky-tack stuff.
He is the father of ticky-tack stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a mind blower. What happens if we as a community of believers just stopped giving Satan so much power? You know what I mean? Like, he's not omnipotent. He's not all, right?
He's barely nipotent.
He's barely nipotent.
Barely nipotent.
And he's just weak. What happens if we just stop giving him all that power? And that's what I'm going to tell Rock Candy. That's what we're going to tell the powers that be behind Rock Candy and Satan worshiping podcasts.
Right.
So this is what you get for free, people. I'm going to go grab me another Boilermaker, and then we're going to start in on the paid stuff. The paid That's right. I almost said it.
That's really good self-control that you have that I do not.
I know, you don't.
Good job, Joe.
To find out more, visit rockcandyrecordings.com.